Hi, what lies ahead for the week of September 23rd through the 29th of 2024? What challenge is in the works? What opportunity lies ahead for you? And finally, what's a core action step that you need to take to make the most of this coming week? Hi, I'm Laura with Heart Driven Tarot, where you receive intuitive insights from the tarot to your burning questions about life and more. We're going to jump right into the reading. I will say I was away for a week. I spent 8 days with friends in Clearwater, some of my favorite friends, a couple who I've known since graduate school. And then I decided to spend 2 nights, took a 9-hour drive and went up to Greenville, South Carolina to check that part of the state out. I've never been there. And I was even contemplating a move there. It's in the mountains, beautiful area near the foot of the Blue Ridge Mountains. But I decided, no, I don't need to move there just because Charleston, South Carolina has a threat of storms and hurricanes. That's what kind of prompted me to go there, just check things out. But I'm glad to be back. And so we will take a look at this coming week. It's beginning of fall. I do plan to do a fall equinox reading, so stay alert for that. Oh, and then for this week, the crystal of the week is called, it's like the other word, apatite. It's called apatite. Apatite. And this crystal is supposed to enhance your third eye, your intuition, your insight. And it says this apatite contains a mineral present in the pineal gland, and which, anyway, is related to the third eye and that intuition and that ability to see beyond the physical. So the focus or the keywords are third eye and intuition. And the Archangel card for this week is Clairaudience. This is one of my favorite cards in this particular deck. It's Archangel Zadhkiel, and the advice or guidance given here is notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. And it's interesting, and that's like hearing, so insight, internal hearing. Also, though, clairaudience does relate to times when you feel like you hear something that is outside your ear. And it may be spiritual. I recall that about 20 years ago, I was in a relationship, and I remember I was contemplating moving in with this guy. And one morning, but I wasn't sure, and my kids were young, etc. I had been divorced a couple years. And I woke up one morning and I literally I heard this voice right outside my ear, and it said, no, no, he's macho or something. It's giving me, I felt like it was a little angel outside my ear telling me, no, don't move, etc. And I didn't. But that to me, I was just shocked about how it really did sound like a voice to me, but there wasn't anyone else in the room. But that to me is an example of true clairaudience, where you feel like you're really hearing a voice and it sounds like it's outside. Sometimes it's inside, but it can be either. And I often associate it with this spiritual voice that seems to be coming outside of your physical hearing. So anyway, let's jump right back into the reading. Oh, and the song that I recommend for this week is called Autumn Leaves by Ed Sheeran. I love a lot of the songs by Ed Sheeran. I believe he's Scottish, I think. Well, he's British. And it's a beautiful song, Autumn Leaves, and I think you will enjoy it as well. All right, I will lower the camera. And as you can see, I selected 3 fall colored hearts. Fall, one of my favorite times of year. It is a time, though, sometimes we get that feeling of melancholy because it's a dip down in energy after the spring and the summer. But it's still a beautiful time. So let's see what Spirit advises. Move this candle over here. Card number 1, challenge. Card number 2, opportunity or gift of the week. And card number 3, the core action step that Spirit advises us to take. Card 1, 5 of Cups reverse, challenge. Card 2, the opportunity to gift. 2 of cups. 2 cup cards so far. And finally, 3, action step. 6 of wands. All right, let's see what this interpretation will be. So the first card in this position of the challenge of the week is the 5 of cups, reversed. Now, when upright, and let me just jot this down. When upright, the 5 of cups typically is associated with a situation in which an individual feels a loss. There's, of course, cups relate to feelings and emotions, feelings in the heart. And this individual, and this is the Barbara Moore Classic Tarot deck, is hunched over. Sometimes in other decks, the person's standing up and is looking in a mournful position. In this case, the person is, he's kneeling, he or she, and we've got the 3 spilled cups, and then there are 2 cups in the background behind them. And then there's the river wending its way through, and we see the castle in the distance. And it is associated with a situation of disappointment, of grief, of sadness, of loss. Given that it's reversed, it's suggesting, and it's in the position of the challenge. I feel that what Spirit is advising you right now for this coming week of September 23rd through the 29th is it's time to finally let go of some grief, some sadness about a situation, something that's been difficult for your heart. It's time to let it go and realize that there are those 2 standing cups. There is, it appears to me, it seems to me in most situations, no matter how dire and difficult they may be, there's always that silver lining. There's always that gift in the situation, even if the overriding situation is difficult. There is always a glimmer, a lining, a silver lining. There's something there because nothing is all black or white. So this week, your challenge is to rise above, is to stand up, stand tall, acknowledge that you've been through a difficult situation, acknowledge that it hurt your heart, acknowledge that you felt the grief, but now it's time to move on and grab those 2 cups or acknowledge that they're there and say, okay, I still have this. I'm still grateful for XYZ, and I can move forward. That is what Spirit is advising me. Now, your opportunity for this week is the 2 of cups. Cups, again, cups relate to feelings, emotions. They may be a relationship. And often the 2 of cups, we see here the male and the female coming together in unity. It can represent a relationship, a new relationship, positive. That's if this is an opportunity. It can also represent a union of some sorts. It could be a business relationship, but something that, because it's the cups, it warms your heart. It's important to you. It's important to your heart. It's a teamwork or teaming together of 2 different energies that is significant, and that has a heart, a strong emotional energy to it. So this week you have that opportunity. Perhaps it's a romantic connection or just a connection of some sort, whether business, familial, etc., that brings people together. It brings you and someone else together. So be on the outlook for that opportunity. And also what jumps out at me about this image is we've got this bright sunshine and light that's shining on the lion's head there. And then we've got the Caduceus, that medical sign, healing. So I feel that this suggests that you'll get some insights on something that will also be healing and that will allow you to come together with another individual or situation, but there will be a partnership of some kind. And that makes sense. If you realize the challenge is to get up and go, release your grief, that will open the way for this partnership, a new partnership, a positive partnership, a heartfelt partnership. And then finally, the action step for this week, 6 of Wands, upright. And the wands relate to that passion and that fire energy, victory after perhaps a battle. And that makes sense. We've got the readings bookmarked by these two cards, loss, grief, and now time of celebration. That you get up, take action. There's maybe a positive partnership, teamwork together, and you will be able to, and even if it's just beginning this partnership or whatever the situation is, that is heartfelt, that brings you together in some way with someone else, that start celebrating it. Start, because this card is the card of celebration, of having been through a battle and then recognizing the victory, the aspect of victory inside that battle. I mean, no battle is easy, but that you can prevail and then you can move through to the other side in a positive and powerful way. So overall, this week is one where I see you moving forward in an area, moving from a position of some difficulty, some loss, perhaps joining forces with someone else or something else, and being able to move forward in a way that's important to you, your sense of purpose, fire and passion, and that you will be able to celebrate and start celebrating in a meaningful way. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. If you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, remember, illumine your mind, inspire your life with heart-driven tarot.